and guidance of God, and those who are ungrateful. Glorified art thou, the Creator, the worshipped, on account of thy good trials of thy creatures. Thou created a house, the paradise, and provided in it for feasting, drinks, foods, spouses, servants, places, streams, plantations and fruits. Then thou sent a messenger to invite towards it. But the people did not respond to the caller, and did not feel persuaded to what thou persuaded them, nor showed eagerness towards what thou desired them to feel eager. They jumped on the carcass of this world, earned shame by eating it, and became united on loving it. When one loves a thing, it blinds him and sickens his heart. Then he sees but with a diseased eye, hears but with unhearing ears. Desires have cut asunder his wit, and the world has made his heart dead, while his mind is all longing for it. Consequently, he is a slave of it, and of everyone who has any share in it. Wherever it turns, he turns towards it, and wherever it proceeds, he proceeds towards it. He is not desisted by any desister from God, nor takes admonition from any preacher. He sees those who have been caught in neglect, whence there is neither rescission nor reversion. About death. Whatever they were ignoring has befallen them. Separation from this world from which they took themselves safe has come to them, and they have reached that in the next world which they had been promised. Whatever has befallen them cannot be described. Pangs of death and grief for losing this world have surrounded them. Consequently, their limbs become languid, and their complexion changes. Then death increases its struggle over them. In someone it stands in between him and his power of speaking, although he lies among his people, looking with eyes, hearing with his ears, with full wits and intelligence. He then thinks over how he wasted his life and in what activities he passed his time. He recalls the wealth he collected when he had blinded himself in seeking it, and acquired it from fair and foul sources. Now the consequences of collecting it have overtaken him. He gets ready to leave it. It would remain for those who are behind him. They would enjoy it and benefit by it. It would be an easy acquisition for others, but a burden on his back, and the man cannot get rid of it. He would thereupon bite his hands with teeth out of shame for what was disclosed to him about his affairs at the time of his death. He would dislike what he coveted during the days of his life, and would wish that he who envied him on account of it and felt jealous over him for it should have amassed it instead of he himself. Death would go on affecting his body, till his ears too would behave like his tongue, and lose functioning. So he would lie among his people, neither speaking with his tongue, or hearing with his ears. He would be rotating his glance over their faces, watching the movements of their tongues, but not hearing their speaking. Then death would increase its sway over him, and his sight would be taken by death, as the ears had been taken, and the spirit would depart from his body. He would then become a carcass among his own people. They would feel loneliness from him, and get away from near him. He would not join a mourner or respond to a caller. Then they would carry him to a small place in the ground, and deliver him in it to face his deeds. They abandoned visiting him,